Week 12 is in the books in the NFL. Here at Full Time Sport Network, we bring you everything that happened week 12. Vikings, Dolphins, top their division. Didn't think they would be, but hey, they're like, hold on, Brit. We'll get the wins for you, man. We'll find them. No worries. All that, we'll discuss it coming right up right now. Yes, and welcome to another Wednesday. Well, we skipped last Wednesday, so I hope everybody had a great week. Watching football. We had a great Thanksgiving week, watching more football, and I'm going to bring in my friend, Mr. Donnie Shoemaker, and we are going to discuss. My
What's up, Brit?
friend, how was your Thanksgiving week, bud?
It was good. I really enjoyed it. I got a week off of school, which is really just means I didn't have to drive to school. I still had plenty of homework, but
Right,
hey,
you were
that's
still
good.
like looking at stuff, right?
Yeah, but no, man, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday of the year. So
Yeah.
I always really enjoy it. This year was a little more low key because of the Christmas vacay that we're going to be taking, but all in all, it was nice. I liked it. Got to watch a little bit of the games, not a lot. Had to focus a lot on the cooking aspect.
Oh yeah,
But what I did
it's a
watch,
busy
I
time.
always like watching. I mean, there's something about Thanksgiving and football, well, the holiday season in general. I don't know, man. It's like my favorite time of the season, uh,
Right.
of the year, and of football, just in general. I feel like it. I don't know. There's just something about this time of year that's. I don't want to say magical, but it's a nice part. It's my favorite part of the year, man. It's a
Yeah.
special part of the year.
No, I couldn't agree more. You get to spend time with family, you get to cook, you get to talk,
Yeah,
It's it's a very, very good time, man. And
yeah.
then you get to sit down and watch a little bit of football. And hopefully you enjoy the football you watched. We had what do you think of the three games that they gave us on Thanksgiving?
Um, I I thought that I didn't expect the Giants to be as close to Dallas as they were. That was a little. I was that was not as expected. What was it? The Patriots and
Patriots losing to the Vikings 26-33.
which I kind of thought was going to happen, but the Patriots put up pretty good numbers. It's not like they didn't, put up a fight. It's just the Vikings are extremely good team this year, and they were put in check the week before, and so like we discussed before the show, it's hard to put them in check 2 weeks in a row, especially on that big. I mean, there's something you get the turkey leg at the end of that game, so there's like an
Right.
award. I mean, so players really show out, and I expected that game to go like it did,
Uh-huh.
and then what was the
Bills
last one?
Lions.
Bills Lions. That one was a little scary, man.
That
Because
one a
Dolph
little
honestly
scary, a little
threw
scary,
threw
bro.
better than Allen, and that's crazy to say. I mean, winning by only a field goal. Uh, I'm starting to see the
Oh,
cracks in the armor as far as the Bills are concerned, rolling from that team at the end of last year. I know you got the W, you
no,
know,
and I will always say, dude, whenever you can come away with a W,
and 8 and
um,
3 is not bad,
in the
you know.
NFL, it's not bad. Yeah, being 8-3, it's
But
not
you were
bad
you
either.
were giving them like a 16-2 when we came into
That,
this season. I mean,
but
15-2. Um,
yeah, the game was pretty unimpressive, I thought, from a Buffalo Bills standpoint. The
I
game
would
was
expect a much better game.
very shaky. I expected a lot better too.
So,
Um,
I mean, 24 for 42, 153. I mean, you got the 3 touchdowns, but then you got the interception.
It never
Uh,
so bad. It was, and it's always like, dude, he's gonna do it again.
but I mean, he got the lone rushing touchdown.
Yeah,
I mean, that's good. But
and like you said, we came away with the win. Evening, sir.
so man,
Always nice for friends to drop by and say hello. Um, but yeah, I expected better. I wanted better. All you can hope out of the boys is that they hit the training. I mean, we have tomorrow, Bill. Pat's week, man.
oh, you play the Pats this week.
Yeah,
This is
and
gonna be
it's
a good
tomorrow.
game.
So hopefully we hit the training. We improved,
You
and
can't say it's a short week because it's actually a longer week than normal.
well, we played last Thursday, so it's a normal week.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
technically, yeah.
yeah. So hopefully we're ready,
But you
ready
played
for
the
them.
morning game, right?
Do
Didn't
what?
you? Didn't you play the morning game, Bills?
Yes, yes, we
Yeah,
did. So we have a longer, technically,
yeah.
than 7 full days.
But it's 7 days. I get what
Yeah.
you're saying. Semantic.
Uh,
Um,
Browns,
I
23
actually
17
that was a nice game.
over
I
Tampa.
I did like that game. Oh yeah, just saying the Dolphins crushed it, man. I know we haven't talked about them yet,
Oh,
but
dude,
those are the two
Tua's
teams. Those are my two favorite games to watch, just because how bad Houston was. But Buccaneers game, uh, just get back to that. It was pretty. They held it in hand pretty much the whole game. They right there at the end, they just like let it go. Not saying that either team was very impressive because they weren't. It was a low scoring game.
right.
Uh,
Yeah. Cleveland gets
but
off good start right away, but then
yeah,
they don't get anything till the fourth quarter to send it into overtime.
yeah.
And then Chubb in overtime.
Shoot, you don't know how happy I was to see that because like I waited that whole game, and then he finally got his touchdown right at the end.
Dude,
Um,
he's a good player. I'm a big fan of Chubb, of course. Had 116 yards on the day.
and I think
The one
do I think they're gonna
touchdown.
make the playoffs? No, but they definitely next year we're gonna see how their team really is gonna be starting next game with the quarterback coming back. Um, so we should see how that plays out. We're really gonna see how the ball's gonna be able to get moving.
Right, yeah.
Uh, what do you call Njoku
Then of
got his
course they
touchdown.
have
I saw when I saw him get his touchdown, I thought about you. I was like, oh, I bet your Brit's happy to see that one. But as far as Tampa is concerned, man, uh, Godwin is pretty much your best guy on your team right now. I don't know what happened to Mike Evans, and
he Godwin's really, really good.
it the team just looks. I don't want to say sorry, but not nearly
As good as they
as good
were
as
last year.
even well last year. Yeah, you could see it start to fall apart at the end of last year. I think.
Hmm.
But you come out and you win the Super Bowl right when you get Tom Brady, and then like it's just a slow decline is what it feels like right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Bengals 2016 over the Titans. This was the game we were looking forward to at the beginning of the year. Um, Cincinnati, they don't feel as good as dominant as they were last year, but
No,
here they're sitting 7-4. Tennessee 7-4 also. Really good matchup. Probably a playoff matchup coming up, but very well contested, very, very even game. And probably either one of these teams could win on their day. This happened to be in Tennessee, so a good road win for Cincinnati.
I think they did what they needed to do with the Titans. They stopped the run.
We
17
say that a
carries for
lot.
38 yards. I mean, that's
Yeah.
on Derrick Henry-ish. I mean, he's the king, but you stopped him, and then you beat Tennessee, which is a
Hmm.
common trend. Um, I'm not hating on Tannehill, but
Well,
they got rid of they gave away their best wide receiver. So what do you expect? And yeah, I did think the Bengals would be. I mean, 7-4 is it's not a horrible score line. I mean that's still you're probably going to make the playoffs.
yeah, you're happy
Uh,
at 7-4.
uh, you know, it just I don't know. They got the same players. Chase has been banged up the last couple games. He's supposed to come back this
Right.
week. I don't know if that's going to be too soon. I think maybe one more week. I'd be just to be safe because they were kind of iffy last week. Like they projected him to play, but then they pulled him. So that's telling me that they're a little iffy. And you don't want to bring him back too early, especially if you don't necessarily need him. Because I mean, Higgins is doing outstanding. Piron, he's a more than adequate running back. I mean, he'd be a running back one on some teams.
Hmm.
But sitting behind Mixon, that's a great tandem right there. You're talking about like Kareem Hunt, Chubb, like 3 years ago, kind of tandem.
Right. Oh yeah,
You
dude.
know,
Dude, they
um,
were explosive.
and I mean that was the year that they went to the playoffs. I think
The
that
last,
year.
you're right, yeah.
You um, Burrow doesn't look horrible. I mean,
No,
he's not getting the interceptions. He's protecting the ball. Uh,
Higgins is balling out.
that's what I'm saying. Every time the dude gets the ball, it's he's making something happen. I mean, I've yet to see him below 20 points on my fantasy league
Uh,
every week. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
he's
Um,
good. But the Titans, they feel as close as the game was, they feel further away from Cincinnati than a 4-point game.
yeah, that's true. And it's not even like the Titans have like a outstanding defense.
Right.
It felt like both teams were a little sluggish. I mean, I get the 17 carries isn't sluggish; they stopped the run, but it felt like there seems to be like something there with the Bengals, and that's unfortunate because I'm a Bengals fan. That's not my team, but like I like that organization, what they pulled together with all those young cats and how they're moving the ball.
No,
And I
I
did
think if
think that
that
they
game was
would.
played in Cincinnati, it
You
could
think
have
that's what it
gotten
was? It was
ugly.
just the road game.
That, um, like the noted injuries for Cincinnati, um,
Yeah, I mean, you have
the
your top running back, your top wide receiver out,
the
but
Titans really did nothing in the offseason to improve. In fact, I think they got worse.
they did. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I
And to be
do.
only 4 points behind the Bengals in the game, you have to credit that to being in Tennessee.
Yeah, I could see that.
But hey, they're two good teams. Don't want to take anything away from them. The Titans are probably going to win their division.
Yeah,
It's just I think they're
I
going to
mean
have
they
a tough
have for
time
the
in the
last couple of years.
playoffs.
It's not like I mean, we saw. I mean, we saw it last year. They got um, first round bye, and then
And then they
boom,
just,
they're out the second round. Like it wasn't
dude,
even anything.
it was a horrible
And I thought
game.
last year they were throwing the ball much better because they were forced to because Henry was out half the year, and they still managed
Yeah.
to get the first round bye. Tannehill
And
was
this
starting
year
to pick
won't
up
be
what he
as
was supposed to
pretty.
do, and now it's like he's not throwing the ball; he's just handing it off. He's just moving the
Yeah.
chains when he throws the ball, but he's not throwing for those TDs. I mean, like
Right.
I said, who they throwing it to,
No,
basically.
no, exactly. Uh, Team that I can't help but be impressed with, more of a player, really. Dolphins 30-15. They
Oh,
win
that defense
30-15
tore him up, bro. I
over
know it's
over
Houston, but
Houston.
they feasted. You see that guy kick the water cooler? The Houston player kick the water
Oh,
cooler on the side.
like the Dolphins just destroyed Houston, man.
Yeah, feasted on them.
Dude, and freaking, I mean,
Like Houston's probably
Allen's
getting
not
the
the guy
first draft
either.
pick this year.
No, it's not
I mean, next
Mills.
year.
It's not Allen. Need to find another quarterback still.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, you don't really have a running back.
no.
Cooks is probably your
They say
best.
Pierce
You're probably your best
Pierce
wide
is supposed to
receiver,
be good.
huh?
Pierce is supposed to be good, I thought.
I mean, what is he looking at? 5 for 8 yards.
Yeah, he did not have a good game.
That's what I'm saying. I
They
mean,
really don't have wide receivers to speak of, but they don't. They need a quarterback.
I
Speaking
mean,
of quarterback, Tua almost throws for 300 yards. He had a
did
good
they
day.
get? Do they get draft picks next year for that trade?
They could maybe. Yeah, I'm sure.
You'd have to, right?
I'm sure. I'd have to look over
I
again.
don't know 100%, but all I know is they're definitely probably going to get one of the top draft picks this year, if not number one, coming up this next year. Um, they need everything, man. They need a quarterback. They need a running back. They need wide receiver.
Yeah,
It's
they,
just
they they need
basically
a lot of
who's the
help.
best, you know? I
We said
mean,
Houston was going to be bad, but like
yeah.
they're
And this
bad,
is basically what we gave them. I think we gave them 2 wins for the whole year.
right? And
And
I think one of
so
their
they're
wins might have
holding
been turned
true.
into a tie.
Yeah. So, but the Dolphins are doing amazing. Yeah, they're doing awesome. I
Dolphins are
mean, I'm
freaking
talking
good.
about maybe Dolphins Eagles Super Bowl.
Ooh,
Awesome.
chill out. But hey, it's a good team. Waddle and Hill are amazing on the outside.
Yeah, they are.
Those two cats are really, really good. Gaskin can be good, man.
I
Uh,
don't think that's. I think that team just uses the running back as like a placeholder. Like, not to be
yeah,
rude,
I
but
don't think they have a
change the
running back.
pace. I mean, Waddle and Hill and Tua are the offense.
Right. So if they found a running back, that would be one of the best teams in the NFL.
Definitely.
Um, dude, the Jets are continue to amaze me, dude. 31-10
Yeah, that
over
was good.
Chicago. Jets go to 7-4.
I know.
The New York freaking Jets, dude, 7-4. Freaking incredible, man.
It's
Like
good.
tip of the cap, man. I knew the Bears were going to be bad. They fall to 3-9, but I wouldn't have said, "Hey, the Jets would totally destroy Chicago." But the Jets have people stepping up,
Yeah, they do.
like young kids stepping up, man. And
Well, it's a young team. They're ready to
it
play.
is a
They're,
young
they're
kid, and they need to step up, and they are stepping up. Like, if they figure out a quarterback situation, dude, I don't know if White's the guy.
I mean, he looked pretty good. 315 for 3 touchdowns.
Will
And the
Zach
Bears
Wilson is just a
have
thing
been
of
a
the
sneaky team
past?
all year.
Oh, dude, the Bears have been so bad all year. The only
No,
thing,
I think they've been I guess not great, but I think they've been showing some flashes on offense.
right, and no Fields. Like you knew
That's what I think was really.
this was going to be a long day for Chicago.
We already know Simeon isn't the answer. I mean,
Oh,
you know,
yeah. Montgomery was the lead back.
and I mean, I feel bad for Claypool because I mean, he's one of the wide receivers I like, and I actually dropped him this week just because
Right.
I think he's kind of gone to like a gravy at least this year, maybe next year, but he's not really doing much on the Browns. I mean, the Bears this year. I don't think. I really do like the way the Jets are moving the ball, and it's not like it's the same consistent players every year, every week. It's like you said, the next man up kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. The young guys and they're stepping up, man. It's a young, exciting, amazing team. Commanders over the Falcons, 19-13.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's saw that coming.
right.
I do like Heineke though. I mean, I think he's not like a main stable name yet, but he's playing on a team that I think like they can start moving the ball. I mean, I think they got a drive, and as far as like the Commanders are concerned, you know how I like McLaurin. I don't think Gibson was the answer. I know they're trying to move towards Robinson, which he moved the ball fairly well, 18 for
y-
105.
no, I like Robinson.
And I think Heineke's not too bad. I mean, I think this is like he's kind of playing like he's a young cat. He's a little. I mean, kind of like not doing so much protection as he should with the ball. He is getting those interceptions,
Right.
but I mean, you gotta think the Commanders haven't had a decent quarterback, even since like Alex. Even though Alex Smith wasn't like a super great quarterback, he always protected the ball.
He took care of the
You
football.
he wasn't winning you the playoffs, but he was getting you to the playoffs. If you
He
you know at least maybe a contender.
put you in earshot of it. Yeah. No, I don't know. Like I don't think whatsoever Heineke is the answer.
I think
Um,
he's the best solution so far. I mean, it's definitely better than
I mean,
Mariota as far as who
he's
they're
your
starting.
quarterback, and you're throwing the ball 23 times.
I get that.
There's not much faith in Heineke or much belief that Heineke's gonna be
Yeah,
there
but he got two
future.
touchdowns. Yeah, he got the
Right.
interception, but I mean,
But I think they're building a good base and buying time. If Heineke takes care of the football, he can play for a couple years and he can be the bridge to the
yeah.
next guy
All I
and
know is
not
that
be
division's real
replaced.
close. All those cats on that division are doing fairly well.
No, that's a tough division. Uh Carolina beats Denver 23-10. Carolina goes to 4-8. Denver 3-8. I knew Denver was gonna be bad. Told
Yeah,
everybody Denver
we
was
literally
gonna be
laughed about it
bad,
the whole
dude.
off season, and everybody was like, "No, yo, no, dude. You think they're gonna keep Russell? I know they paid him a lot, but they're
I
not looking happy at anything he's doing." I saw this meme
no.
that was like, he has more bathrooms than he has touchdowns in his
Oh
house.
yeah, I
You know what
saw
I'm saying?
that, dude. That was
He has a
hilarious.
house with like seven bathrooms, but only two, three
Yeah.
touchdowns.
Yeah, it's something like his house has like 13
Is it?
bathrooms,
I don't remember what it was.
some insane amount. But yeah, yeah, it is not going well over there in Denver.
The team looks
Uh,
bad. I mean,
dude, everything looks bad
it
about
looks
him.
you're gonna lose your fans are gonna stop buying tickets to these games. I
I
mean,
mean,
of
at
course
least in
you're gonna
all of
have
this,
your
Sutton still looks good.
he was looking good last year.
Right. But he's like the only one who
Yeah.
has stayed still looking good. I mean, Murray doesn't look too bad either, but you figure a running back.
The thing about Latavius Murray is he was starting to pick it up and then he kind of like faltered. But of course they got Josh Jacobson, right? Because he was a
Right.
Raider.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I mean he can't compete with Jacobson. Jacobson's
No.
killing it.
No. Jacobs is what is he the leading rush? He's the leading rusher in the NFL right now, I think.
Oh, I didn't. I don't know.
But I
I
know
would be
he's up there.
surprised. He put up quite a bit of points last week.
I think that long run in overtime might have
Put him over,
put him over, and he's the leading rusher in the NFL right now.
which is good because I mean he was doing good his freshman year. He kind of had sophomore slump, but I think they had to do more with the team because they were feeding him the ball. I just don't think that line was opening up for him. And he's doing great this year, and that's just because of the diversity of the team. But to get back to the Broncos Carolina game, Wilson's looking very bad.
Right.
Very
Like,
bad. He's probably so happy he got that contract.
oh, at least he got money.
Because Seattle was probably like, "We're gonna put you out to pasture, bro," but this team wants you. So
Yeah,
he's
what do
like,
you want to do?
"Okay, you know,
Yeah, no. And I mean, Darnold looked
like Darnold,
well,
11 for 19. I mean,
still managed to throw for more yards than Russell
yeah,
did somehow. Threw for a TD, but so did Russell. Um, I don't know what to say about Carolina. Like Moore is a good wide receiver.
Yeah, Foreman's moving the ball are all right.
Foreman is better than half decent. They could have a good rushing tandem if they got a good scheme going, but I think they need a better quarterback to be able to run that scheme.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I mean, and like we said about Heineke, Darnold only threw the ball 19 times. The less
Yeah, I
Darnold
think though that
does, the
Heineke
better
is
chance Panthers
Darnold
have to
should
win.
be better at this point of his career if
Heck
he
yeah,
was.
he should be, dude.
I mean, he's been in the league for what 5 years now, 4 years.
He's on his second contract or
Yeah,
whatever, at least.
at least his second contract. Um, I mean, Carolina's in their rebuilding process. They've been struggling with quarterbacks since last year. I mean, that was a whole
Right.
fiasco. They paid like four different quarterbacks last year. Um,
And one of them that didn't even play for him.
yeah. I mean, and then they even hired the guy back who they got rid of at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, right.
And what even happened to him?
Oh,
I thought he was going to play for them this year, but I guess not.
nope.
But Denver needs to do something with their quarterback situation. They've been playing like garbage. They've been losing to mediocre teams. The Broncos have always been like a fairly decent team. Um, it's a shame to see that they. I mean, everybody had such high hopes. That was like the biggest trade of the season, of the off season,
Oh, everybody had high hopes.
and it was
I
flop
didn't.
city.
It has
Man, if
been
you could
flop
put your
city.
bets in for the beginning of the season in Vegas, you'd be raking it right now.
Dude, man. Not all of them, not all of them, but definitely on Denver.
Yeah,
Um,
right when they were
surprising.
like 10 and whatever, you've been like, heck yeah, let's bet against that, bro. Still have some money.
Heck yeah, man.
Take this
Uh,
house.
yeah, Jacksonville won a surprising game. Trevor Lawrence looked pretty good against Baltimore. Jacksonville wins 28-27.
No, Lamar
Jacksonville
Jackson
still
just
though.
sucks, bro. That's what it is. I've been saying this forever.
Jacksonville still only 4-7 though. Baltimore
I
falls to
know,
7-4. Trevor
which isn't
Lawrence
a
had a good
bad
day.
score.
3 touchdowns. Didn't throw a pick.
321. I mean, that's pretty good. That's
Like,
really
is
good.
this is what we're supposed to be seeing out of Trevor Lawrence week in and week out? Yeah.
That's what we
Then
were
that's a
supposed to be
pretty good
seeing. That's what
that's a
the
pretty good quarterback right
that
there.
was that was the belief entering the NFL, which not many. I mean, not everybody's Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen. So it is
Right.
good to see that he's coming on mid second year. It's just his second year. Yeah, it's the second year.
But
Um,
they still can't run the ball with crap.
is it his third year?
Might be it's his second or third year, dude.
It's second or third. For some reason, I want to keep saying third.
It might
Like right
be.
when I said second in my head, it was like no third. So anyway, it's good to see him finally like stepping it up. They lost James Robinson or traded him, which I was kind of I didn't really like.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah, you're a Robinson fan.
but
Or thought he was half decent at least.
I still do think he's half decent. But he's not getting used very much after he got traded, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um, if anything, I saw a bunch of people drop him. I think he's inactive right now. Um,
Okay.
is what happened. But everybody thinks that Baltimore is like Lamar Jackson's like waiting for a bust out year or whatever. It's going to keep saying that. They're going to keep saying that until they finally just he retires. Apparently,
Yeah.
um, but I mean the team doesn't look cohesive. They look like there's a hitch in their system.
The
Uh,
Ravens, you mean?
yeah, the Ravens. Sorry.
No, I agree. Yeah,
Um,
outside of Lamar, they offer nothing in the running game. Even
and he's not supposed to be running the ball,
yeah,
really.
even throwing outside of a few deep passes that he hits a game,
Yeah.
like even the passing game isn't even rewarded by all his running around. and there was no reward for it. You lose by a point to Jacksonville.
I mean, that was a win that you wanted. That's a win that you should have had
Mm-hmm.
going into the game because I mean, it is cool to see Lawrence coming on, but really, Jacksonville hasn't been doing much this year. I mean, they've
No.
looked mediocre
Oh yeah,
at best,
totally. Yes.
and that's unfortunate. But the Ravens just, I think they're good enough to make the playoff run. The playoff
Yeah,
run.
I think they will make a playoff run. I said they would be a playoff team.
I don't think they're going to get very far in the playoffs. It seems to be like a problem for them once they start choking towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't have much hope for. I mean, I don't have any hope for the Jags this season, but I have very little hope for the Ravens. The Ravens just haven't impressed me. I don't like Lamar. I'm not saying he's a bad
Right.
dude. I just don't. I don't get the hype.
Hey, uh, everybody knows how we feel about
Uh,
Lamar. Lamar, uh, in our discussions, has never talked highly about in any regard. In fact, I don't think anybody in our group even calls him a quarterback.
I think
He's
he'd
a
be a
running
great
back.
running back. He could be an awesome running back. Straight up, he really could.
Yep.
Or maybe like give yourself a chance, man. Maybe you shouldn't have like hounded the Ravens so much for this contract. Maybe you should have tried to see if you could go somewhere else.
Right.
You know,
Maybe a different
because
system.
if you're
Like,
that good, and I mean, he really is good on his feet. I mean, I can't take credit away from him like that. I mean, but maybe
right.
you do need to be on a different team. I mean, they got rid of your best wide receiver coming into this season, which you were already pissed off about, and
Yeah.
they're not even. I mean, Arizona isn't even using Marquise Brown really. It's the D Hop show
Yeah. Of
or
course, it's a
nothing.
team.
And
So,
it seems like if he is as talented as everybody's saying he is, he's not doing it there. And maybe it's time for you to look somewhere else so your whole career doesn't just pass you by.
but I don't think that will happen. I think he will be a
No,
Raven.
he'll probably retire as a Raven.
Him and John Harbaugh, and they need to figure out something different. Much, much, much needed win for the Chargers.
Yeah, and it was close.
25-24 over Arizona.
And I don't
Uh,
like Arizona at
I
all.
don't like Arizona at all either. They're
And
four and eight. Chargers are 6-5.
Herbert
Uh,
didn't look too bad. I mean, he finally. I mean,
Herbert looked good. Herbert looked good. 35 for 47, 274 yards, 3 touchdowns. The very important no interceptions.
yeah,
Um, got the running back involved in the passing game, which is something I'm a big fan of.
definitely. I
Uh,
mean, they scored 2 touchdowns pretty much like not right out of the gate. That first quarter was it was pretty uneventful, but that's the beginning of the second quarter. It was like back to back.
yeah. Well, I mean, I am like with this offense, the way they go, I think any game they can win until they get Williams back.
I don't even think it's just Williams. I mean, Palmer's a good wide receiver. I mean, it's the thing
And they're
is
not as effective running the ball as they had been. We thought they'd be a
Eckler
lot
definitely
more.
has not been moving as well as
Yeah.
he was last year.
Yeah, we definitely thought they'd be more effective running the football this year than they have been. I mean, that's not their total
I
issue. They have
no,
had injuries, but their
Herbert's been
inability
up
to
and
run the
down, man.
ball.
I think that's the whole thing. Is I mean he was throwing the ball. Okay, so last year I wouldn't say like super efficient, but he was moving the ball enough. He was making those bomb passes like pretty regularly.
Because they were running the
Even though
ball
he was
better.
losing, he was still scoring. They were still scoring pretty high points. And so this year they expected, all right, we got better defensive players. We got, we're building this offensive line. All this stuff's happening. We're gonna be able to move the ball more efficiently and be able to win these games. And it just didn't happen. I don't know if it's because of the early injury to Herbert early in the season, if he's just been struggling with that all season. Because realistically, a normal person would be healed about right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But that's how long it would have taken your body to
we're
heal
not
from that.
multi-million-dollar athletes, bud.
And we're also not getting hit by 300-pound dudes
Yeah,
every week. That's what I'm getting at. Is like your body
and
actually,
workman's comp doesn't pay you 100%.
yeah, yeah. Uh, all I know is this is definitely he's not doing as well as he did last year. I mean, it just seems like it's up and down. And there's
Yeah,
no, I mean, coming into the season, if you had told me they would have won by 1 point against Arizona, I would have said you were crazy.
I was
But
saying, damn, the Chargers having a bad year.
yeah,
If
and
that's
I
the case.
mean, 6-5, that's still right there. Where like, if you buckle down and win out,
No, that's
or
what I say.
even
It's a
won the
big win for
majority
the
of them,
Chargers.
you
It
know,
was a big win, a needed
and this was
win.
a must win.
Probably keeps
This
them in.
this is definitely going to keep you in the playoff round. The
Right,
Cardinals,
because especially since the game we're going to talk about right now. Well, let's talk about the Cardinals first. We didn't really talk
Murray
about
plays
them.
just like Murray.
Murray's
I'm super disappointed in the usage of Connor. Um,
well, dude, he
I
had
mean,
a good game this game
I
finally.
know, but this was like one of the only. I
Yeah.
mean, rarely do they hand him the ball 25 times.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm
hey, he
saying?
also caught the ball 3 times. He almost touched the ball 30
That's
times.
what I'm saying. And this is probably
That's
one
what
of the
they need
better
to do.
score lines that they've got. And that's the thing is like I thought we said it at the end of last year when Connor's playing well, Arizona will do well. But for some reason this year they haven't really been using him efficiently. I'm not saying it's all Arizona's fault. Some of it is Connor's fault, but the whole thing is I think they're really trying to push this like, yeah, Murray's going to pass the ball, kind of thing. Which I don't think he's is good. He's not very good. 18 for 29. You know what I'm saying? That's not
Yeah,
very
because they
good.
don't even throw the ball 30 times, but Murray's supposed to be this good quarterback,
You
and
know
they
what I'm
won't even
saying?
throw the
And you
ball
can
30
see like
times.
he just kind of he's not even like I understand you should be frustrated. You should just like let it go so you're not focused on your failures right at that moment. But he seems like he just doesn't even care when he gets off the field when they zoom in
Oh,
on the
Jay
camera.
Cutler.
Yeah. No, at
He's
least
almost.
Cutler. Cutler was just stone faced. This dude's like
Dude,
kind of
I
like
love
laughing.
Cutler, dude.
This
Color
dude's kind of like
Color
giggling
didn't
to
care
himself. Like it was
whatsoever.
funny. Cutler was like, I got paid way too much. I don't care. I'm gonna get up there every day. But yeah, I mean, shoot, even Cutler might have been better than Murray.
Shout
And
out Jay, dude. Love you,
yeah,
bro.
dude. But you're right. But he was stone faced. It's like I said, but it's like, nah. I don't like Murray's attitude.
Oh, I don't like it either, dude. But I do like that they handed the ball off to
D
Connor
Hop got that
25
awesome
times.
touchdown doing his thing.
Oh, dude. He's
I
gonna
mean,
get away once. It's
you
just can't
can't. Yeah,
Murray
that's
hit
what I'm
him.
saying. Once a game, he's definitely going to break free. But I mean, he was like middle of the field when he broke out and did that. I mean, he
Yeah.
just did his thing, and that's awesome to see. Um, I just I wish they would do better because they have Hopkins, they have Marquise Brown. I mean, they have two really good wide receivers, and they have I think Connor is like on the scale of everything, it's probably like a high running back too. But he's definitely like a decent enough running back where if they put everybody into play, they should be better. But I think it's just the Murray factor.
Right. Uh Raiders 40, Seattle 34.
It's
Vegas
just yeah.
Raiders go to 4-7. Seattle falls to 6-5. I'll give it to Seattle. They have a better record than I thought they would have at this current state.
For real though, right?
Um, G- like Gino, like
He's an adequate wide receiver. I mean, quarterback right now.
I
I
mean,
mean,
328. He had the interception.
yeah.
He threw the ball 37 times. So it's like Seattle's like, this is our quarterback.
Yeah,
He's throwing the ball more times than other quarterbacks. Like,
and
he's not
Walker's
doing
not too bad.
horrible. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't think he's going to do too much with the ball. They need to find a running back for sure. DK Metcalf is good. I don't know how
Yeah.
much longer they have with Goodwin and Lockett.
I was surprised to see those guys' names still on the roster. Like for real. I think Lockett's been on that team for how many years? 8,
Dude,
something like that. I mean, I think he was going back to that Super Bowl win. He was on that team.
yeah, he has been there a while. The team, they have been there a while,
You
man.
know what I'm saying?
Right. As for the Raiders, I mean, Derek Carr, I would like to say he wasn't horrible. 2 interceptions
I
though. Had a
mean,
had a
that's
rating under 100.
yeah, that's it's Derek Carr for you. It's their Josh Jacobs is that team. Devontae Adams gets the touchdown every. I mean, I'm not saying Devontae Adams is bad. I think that is why Jacobs is doing much better. Is because they have they open up the field with Adams. But man, Jacobs is feasting this year.
Dude, they just pounded the rock
Yeah,
with Jacobs in this game, dude.
229, 2 touchdowns.
33 carries
Yeah.
and 6 catches. Like, he almost touched the ball 40 times, bro.
Oh, for real. I know. He got just as many yards as Adams and one less catch. He's
It,
good.
it's freaking incredible.
He's definitely the best player on the team. He's going to get paid out. This is the I think the end of his rookie contract this year.
Right.
So he had the
Um,
ball out. I mean, they're gonna have to pay him. They're gonna have to pay him some serious money.
a not big surprise. Rams lose to Kansas City 26-10.
The
They
Rams
fall to,
suck this year.
they fall to 3-8.
Sorry,
Can,
Rams fans.
Kansas City moves to 9-2. Uh
We all expected the Chiefs to be that good, but we did not expect the Rams to be that bad. I
third
think
string quarterback, fourth third string quarterbacks. A lot of injuries. A lot of hasn't been a good year at all.
it's
Kansas City,
definitely not the year you wanted to have right after winning the Super Bowl.
no. Kansas City, like what receiver? Like who are you gonna stop catching the ball?
I don't
Like
know.
everybody who catches the ball does something with it.
Yeah, I mean, to give the Rams credit, it's not really like Kansas City beasted it up. There was a lot of field goals,
Yeah,
and there's just one touchdown.
right.
So I did think they kind of stopped them in that aspect, but like you said, the Rams just have a lot of second, third string players playing right now, and so it's just even though their defense was doing outstanding, their offense was not moving like they wanted them to, and it cost them the game. I mean, granted though, we all expected the Chiefs to win, but
It's the
I
overall
I thought
aspect
I thought the
of
passing
the
game was kind of
Rams.
lackluster. Truthfully,
Yeah, it
it's
spread the
fun.
ball spread around everywhere though.
Yeah, no, but I mean, yeah, Kelsey got his touchdown, of course. I mean, they're always going to pass it to him in the end zone. But I mean, spreading the ball around is cool. It is. I mean, it definitely makes the defense go, "Who am I guarding?"
Everybody averaged over 10 yards a catch.
Yeah, I did
Right.
think Juju Schuster was going to. I mean, I guess this was one. This is a weird week. He usually does. They usually pass him a lot more. But I was surprised that he didn't get more involved this week.
A big surprise. I mean, they really haven't impressed me on the field, but the record says otherwise. San Francisco is
Nine and
seven to
two.
four.
Oh, San Francisco's. I told you they were going to be good this year. I already
They
told you that at the
beat
beginning of
New
the year.
Orleans 13-0. New Orleans
Yeah,
fall to
I
4 and
know,
8.
but it's not like that. I don't know. Andy's been doing good too. So, but it's that defense, man.
Yeah,
It's that San Francisco defense. It's really good.
dude, like, yeah, it is that defense. That defense is pretty good.
And McCaffrey, other since that week that he threw one, ran one, and caught one, he hasn't really
Hmm.
been. I mean, saying that and then saying he hasn't done anything, it's kind of it sounds a little stupid because I mean that's super cool. Um,
Right.
but he hasn't been doing much since that week. So
Yep.
I know it's gameplay and everything like that. Garoppolo's not doing horrible. He's doing an efficient job. They're off. Their defense is just doing what needs to be done. 7-4. I mean, that's putting them in a playoff run. I don't think this. I mean, I think that eliminated the Saints losing that game if there was a chance. I mean, and
Yeah.
Andy's been doing fairly well. I was pretty impressed. Like getting those touchdowns, getting those yards. I mean, he's putting
Hmm.
up those points. Uh, and you don't have Thomas. And Kamara, really, I don't know, man. I mean, I know he's good. He's one of my favorite running backs, but he seemed like he's been kind of like they're not utilizing him, or he's not running as efficiently the last couple of weeks.
Right.
And you would
Yeah.
think they would be handing the ball off more with Andy, but they're really not. They're passing the ball more.
Yeah. I don't know. They got work to do.
It's definitely not their year. They put up a good
Yeah.
fight. The Saints are a team that I enjoy watching. I just this year's not going to be their year. Andy's not the solution. It's definitely next year. You're going to try to draft a quarterback. I don't see Andy being their full time quarterback next year.
Right.
He's definitely probably going to ride out the season though. And
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
playing. He's playing. Like I said, really fairly well. Like I
yeah.
don't even. He wasn't even playing this well at the end of his career with the Bengals.
Right. Philly 40-33 over Green Bay. Philly 10-1. Like,
Yeah, so good, so good. I can't believe they lost to the Redskins. I mean, sorry, to the Commanders.
to the Commanders. Right. And then you
Like,
would think of more than a 7-point victory against Green Bay.
yeah,
Um,
Green Bay. Yeah, well, I think Green Bay's tired of losing.
yeah, but it's not like Aaron Rodgers is trying to do too much about it.
Well, he got banged up, yeah, but even going into this game, he looked like he just was pretty much just done with it. I mean, the team's not doing very well,
Right.
and they've lost to fairly easy teams that you would never expect Green Bay to
Oh,
lose to.
dude.
So it doesn't look good. The Eagles look amazing.
Oh my god. Like I don't want to get too high on Hurts because I don't like his rushing numbers, dude. They're too big.
They are,
They're
especially when Sanders is doing pretty well this year. I think rushing.
they're too big. Now, is that a case of him just making the right call? And there's nothing to be said about it
I
because
mean,
there's no
10-1
risk.
says yes.
Yeah,
Because
no,
I'm
that
pretty sure they're gonna have it locked in as like a playoff team pretty soon here, right?
because it'll be can they do that in a playoff? Him running like this,
He's gonna have to. I don't think they can change the game script now.
right?
I think they have. I mean, they have good wide receivers. They have a Sanders is doing fairly well.
Oh, dude, they have a
They have a
so much
good
of a
team.
better game plan with them this year than
previous years.
last
Yeah,
year.
it comes into putting in these players that he needs. Like bringing in AJ Brown was an amazing thing for them, even though they're not really like. I mean, he did get his touchdown, but like he's quietly putting in work for him. It's not
Yeah,
like he's really like out there like showboating it.
it's the stuff that he does because he's out there on the field, like we talked about the other week. Like he opens up space
Yeah,
because guys are subconsciously drifting towards AJ
yeah,
Brown, even though they don't mean to. They
yeah,
kind of shift over his way and leave a hole open. And the other receivers are good enough to find that hole, or Hurts is good enough to see the hole with his eyes and
yeah,
run. And 150 million yards rushing tells you that he sees the open lane
yeah.
that the defense leaves because of AJ Brown, and he runs to hell for it. So it, I
And really,
mean,
I think the only reason they lost to the Commanders was just I don't think they gave the Commanders enough credit. I think they went in there thinking I'm going to crush this team.
right,
Like they're
which
not
they
going to be a
said as
problem for me.
much.
And then that sucks, man. Because if they don't lose another game, that was the perfect season that they could have won just because they didn't practice enough
Right.
or
And
take that team seriously enough.
right, our Monday night finale is two disappointing teams, one more so than the other. Pittsburgh gets a 24-17 win, goes to 4-7. Indianapolis falls to 4-7-1.
I did
Like,
not expect the Colts to be this bad this
how the
year.
Colts lose this game?
This is like the
Like,
biggest regret
are you
of my
kidding me?
season predictions is on the Colts.
The Colts were supposed to be right there running with Tennessee.
I
I
mean, they're
mean,
just doing bad.
Matt Ryan's pedestrian at best.
The only thing that saved Taylor's day for me was that, like, pretty much walk-in touchdown that he got because the guy who did the kick return got him to the 20.
Right.
Other than that, Taylor was pretty inefficient. He's coming in as like running back one over the year. It's kind of so it's unfortunate. We knew Matt Ryan wasn't going to be the answer,
Right.
but I mean, it's not just Matt Ryan. I mean,
Right. That's
Pittman
not
got
a
his touchdown. That's what I'm saying. Pittman was coming on at the end of last year too. He was doing some work at the beginning of the year, but the team really has kind of stagnated. It feels like it's good seeing. I think if anything, it shows like Pittsburgh's actually starting to do some stuff. I mean, they've kind of neglected Harris. I think he has not been nearly as good as he was
oh,
last year. Um,
he'll have his spots, his games where he's pretty good, but
yeah,
then they don't do nothing.
I just don't think Sneal should be on contest with Harris, but for some
Yes.
reason he is. You
No.
know,
You're right about. Well, let me ask you, man. We're a good bit into the season. Uh, who's the uh surprise team
surprised how good
for
they
this
are.
year? Like, yeah, let's be positive. Let's be positive. Let's take the
Oh, surprise negative would be the
no, we
Colts.
don't want to do the negative thing. We want to be positive here.
Surprise
The
good.
team that you didn't think be winning their division, that out of the division leaders, which are you most impressed with?
I mean, I guess the Dolphins would be one of my choices, just because I thought the Bills were going to run away with this division, and right now they're tied. And I mean, is I know you don't want to hear this, but I think they might have the better team too.
The Bills are the better team.
But the Bills are losing their division games, and the Dolphins aren't.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a problem.
And
That's a big
then
problem.
I think the Browns are. I mean, they're not doing ecstatic, but I think that they kind of kept face. I mean, 4-7 is not like a great scoreline, but I expected them, to be a, like 1 or 2. But Brissett actually did like fairly decent. I mean, having no wide receivers,
Right.
Still again, I think Chubb's running fairly decently.
And they're two
Um,
and one in their division.
so
Like out of their division games, dude, 2-1.
you're winning the
That's
right
pretty
games.
good.
I mean, I don't know where they're sitting on division stance, or if they could even pull off a division win. But it's good to see that they kind of stuck in there. The
Hmm.
Jets are doing really. We said the Jets were going to do well, but
I didn't think they would be 7-4.
that well. What about you?
Uh, I look. You told me Buffalo's 8-3 right now. I'm like, oh, dude, hell yeah,
Yeah,
badass. I'll take it. You know, funny you forgot to tell me that. Oh, Miami's gonna be 8-3 also, and the Jets are gonna be 7-4.
yeah. I know. What are the Patriots
They
sitting at right now?
they're six and
6-5.
five, and this is Patriot week, so this is a big game for Buffalo coming up, man.
Yeah, if
It's
you
a
lose
division
this, man, you
game.
might. Yeah,
We're tied with Miami, and Miami plays the Niners.
49ers. That's gonna be a good game.
Might be better than I would have thought at the beginning of the year. I'd go sling bang for Miami there. And then not to leave them out, the Jets play. Jets are on a
Vikings.
bye. Oh
Just play
no,
the
Jets play the
Vikings.
Vikings.
Yeah, which is gonna be if I would be very if that'll definitely put a button on their shirt, if a pendant on their shirt, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
If they beat the Vikings,
yeah. But I think the real answer, dude, is Philly at 10-1, Minnesota 9-2, and got to give a shout out to San Francisco. As much as I hate them at 7-4, they're a lot better than I thought they would be.
uh, yeah. I mean, I thought they were gonna be good. I'm glad to see that it actually came out. I was a
Seattle's
little.
not as bad as I thought they'd be.
That's a big surprise for me.
It's freaking
Seeing Geno Smith
Geno
actually
Smith,
like
dude.
put some W's on the board's weird, which is good. It's good for him. I'm
Oh
really
heck
happy for him.
yeah!
But no, I did not expect Seattle to be this
And
contenders like they are. And
Tampa
we
Bay
did say that the
winning
Eagles
the
were going to be
division.
good, but yeah, to be 10-1, I mean that's pretty good.
Not that good. This is Buffalo or Ram good preseason. Is what Phillies do.
I was not in on that Ram hype, dude. But I did think they were going to do a lot better. Like three,
Well, I
no,
was even my Bill hype. Like Phillies that good. Kansas City 9-2. That's really good.
we
But
expect Kansas City to have those kind of
but
numbers
still
though.
freaking 9-2, bro. Like
9-2 is good.
that's impressive.
That's really impressive,
That is real impressive.
especially
Um,
after like their bad start last year. Everybody was talking mad about Mahomes. Like, did we make a mistake and all this
right.
stuff?
I'm bummed out on Indy being 4-7-1.
Me too.
Like
I had such high hopes for them.
uh, the Chargers being at 6-5. I mean, they're right there in the wild card hunt. They're one game outside of the wild card, so it's not all lost. You were going to have to be the wild card anyway because Kansas City's so freaking good
Yeah, but I
that you
expected
knew
the
you were.
Chargers to do better than this.
But I expected better than 6-5.
Yeah,
Vegas sucks. We all knew they would suck. It was how bad they're gonna suck. Um, and a shout out to the NFC East.
right.
Like I didn't think Washington would be 7-5. I didn't
That's what
think
I'm saying. If
I
it
didn't
was
think the Giants.
Dolphins, Eagles, it would be an East battle
Yeah,
for the
I
Super
did.
Bowl.
Yeah, I didn't think the Giants would be 7-4. I didn't think Philly would be 10-1. Like this is a really good division.
They are.
Really good
Yeah.
division.
They
But
probably haven't
man,
been a top division in 20 years.
oh dude. But yeah, we got a good week 14 coming up. Anything jump
Week
out as
13.
a big important, yeah, week 13. I thought that's what I said. My bad. That Jet Viking game will be one I'm looking at.
It's funny that Watson's coming back for the Browns Texas game.
It's gonna be an easy game, dude.
Oh yeah,
Gonna
he's gonna. I mean, I say that, and then Houston comes out and wins. But yeah, I mean, they should roll over Houston, no problem. The
yeah.
Dolphins 49ers game is gonna be cool.
What do you think
I think the
about Chiefs Bengals?
Chiefs Bengals is gonna be good, but I think the
Not
Bengals are gonna have to fight
yeah.
for it. Fortunately,
That Giant Commander game. Real tasty matchup, huh?
Giant Commanders should be good. That's gonna. I don't think
Think
it's
it'll
gonna mean much in the far as like the division rankings, but I think they're they're one of those teams that they don't
well
want to be
that's
the
gonna
last in
mean
the
that
division.
that this game's gonna mean everything in the division. This will
Well,
be who finishes third and who finishes fourth.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be who finishes last. I mean, I think the Commanders have a good chance to win this game if they play right. But
Yeah.
I mean, the Giants have been playing really well,
Yeah,
surprisingly
but I know.
well.
I think
I
it's
did not
must
expect.
win. Yeah, the Bills. I think my Bills gotta win, dude.
I
Do you
think
think it matters, or is it already done? I know it's too early to call, but Packers lose to Chicago. It's all over, right?
I mean, I think it is already over for Green Bay, but definitely,
Oof.
I don't think Green Bay's coming back from 4-8. They're definitely not gonna win the division.
No,
I don't think they're. I think 4-8 is too low to even win a wild card spot at this point. Oh, it's week 13, so after this we got 4 more weeks. I mean, we got 4 more weeks. 13, 14. Yeah, 4 more.
yeah, Green
So
Bay's ways out of it.
Green Bay, even if they won out, 8-8 is rarely gets you into the wild card spot. It can. Well, it's actually going to be, I guess, one more, so it'd be right because there's 17 games 1 week, so we play 16 games, right?
Right now, you're looking at your three wild cards being Dallas, Giants, and Washington.
Which would be funny, right? That would be funny. I
That
think
would.
uh I think that Chargers Raiders game is a fun game to watch.
No, it is. It's gonna be good, and man, I can't wait till we get back together next week and talk about the NFL week that was, man. But thank you,
Definitely.
Donnie, my friend, for joining
Thank you,
me
Britt.
tonight.
Thanks for having me on,
Everybody,
as always.
everybody out there in the internet land, thank you for watching. Subscribe. Remember, Global Mapping Surveys Limited, sponsor of the channel, and we appreciate them very much. And until next week, y'all take care and enjoy the football.